Okay, can I say something?
Yes.
I've been dating someone.
You have. And how fast has it been going?
Really fast. And I need to talk about it to someone because I'm scared.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be the person who's talking about this all the time. I've really been trying to keep it to myself. But,
Wait, why do you feel that way?
well, let me tell you why. That's
Okay.
actually the perfect segue.
Okay.
I wonder if this has to be relatable for people, and probably you as well.
Because we're both kind of avoidant.
We're both avoidant. And not to be dramatic, because we have been dating for 7 weeks on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And
so some would say it's currently 6 weeks right now.
Yeah, because it is Saturday currently as we speak.
You know something is wrong when you're doing that. It's like
when you're counting the weeks.
Yeah, when you're counting the weeks, it's a little weird. It's like when people introduce you to their baby and they're like, it's 108 weeks old.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I can't do the math like that.
1.5?
It's like I'm counting because we're being so crazy that I'm like, okay, when we're at a certain point, this will seem less crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We're being lesbians, we're U-hauling. It's really gay. But I've been like, and this is dramatic of me to say given the 6 weeks of it all, but I feel like I'm like grieving my singleness.
That's normal. And that means for the first time in your life, you loved being single.
Yeah.
And you were kind of living it up.
Yes.
Right?
I loved being alone. It's so weird. I'm just kind of like feeling avoidant because I'm like, wait, it changes your whole life being in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I like it, but I don't really like it. Like, even with you when you're in town, like my whole life revolved around you.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's like another thing in the orbit, and that's freaking me out.
That's so avoidant.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think you could see each other just a little less often so you weren't?
I think we should. I think I'm setting the precedent that like we have to see each other every day.
Which is just going to be bad. I also think that's when the burnout happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you work a little too hard, you just start hating
It's like,
it.
ugh, yeah, it's so much.
You need a little space from it. Because I don't really believe in absence makes the heart grow fonder. But
Mm-hmm.
I do think it is nice to miss someone
yeah.
and want to see them or be like, okay, this weekend I'm going to see them. And I have
Yeah.
to get through the next few days.
Or if I blow my whole life for them, like I'm gonna A, resent them, and B, it's just not sustainable.
And then that's why people break up and they're like, wait, I need to like refine myself because I don't know who I am anymore outside of this relationship.
I had such a little cute life going. Like you would come in town and I would podcast and I would just be here by myself every night and just journal and read and just like live my life. And now I'm always seeing someone, and when I grocery shop I think about what they want to eat at my apartment, and it's just like never about me anymore.
Which
and that's
there is
freaking
like
me
a
out.
beauty in the compromise.
It's cute.
And the thinking about someone else.
Totally.
But it's also like you haven't come to me and been like, wait, I have this creative idea and I have
No.
this. Like that fire I feel like has kind of been put on the back burner, which is not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but I'm scared. That kind of leads to the second thing I wanted to say in this pod. Basically, I'm just saying things I would say to you alone. Like not being recorded.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way I'm the only person feeling these ways, and you give really good advice. So I'm just kind of thinking we could all like be in this together.
Well, you know what I've actually been thinking about, and this is one of the things I wrote down that I wanted to talk about.
Perfect.
I think some people live in the past, some people live in the future, and very few people live in the present.
So true.
And I think oftentimes you live in the past or the future.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Where
you live in the present, I'd say. A lot of the time.
I think I try to, but it's so hard. But I was thinking about how like sometimes we'll be in the car and you'll be like, okay, once this thing happens, I'm going to be so happy. Or like even before we started the pod, you were like, I'm never going to be sick of the pod. Like it's never going to make me sad. It's always going to be so good. And I would be like, hey, but someday it's going to feel like work. Like I would have to kind of do that to you.
Yeah.
But I think generally that's what you're like, and we're also both very nostalgic.
So nostalgic
for the past,
like
where
sentimental.
It's like when you were single, you were like, I can't wait to be in a relationship with someone. Where it's like you might as well, because both have such good pros and cons. Like the highs are so high of being single. You feel so free. You don't have to think about anyone else. You don't have to compromise or sacrifice yourself, and you're like extra creative. And I love the feeling of like when you have a thought and it's just yours, you don't have to filter it through anyone else. Because the second you start dating someone, you're kind of like, oh, what do they think about this? And
even
it's like
outfits,
so
little things.
Yeah, it's so sweet. It's like the being in love is one of the best things, but also not being in love is one of the best things. You know, because someone doesn't have control over your emotional state in the same way.
Literally, the last episode we posted, I listened to, and I said in it, I love being single so much right now. I kind of hope I don't meet someone because I love my life, which is so funny that that's always, I feel like, when it happens.
Yeah.
But I kind of meant it. Like, I have not been writing anything. I have not been reading. I have not been making TikToks. And I'm just feeling like a failure. And also,
well, you're not a failure.
I feel like a failure for real. I really just like wish so badly I had your intrinsic motivation, which is like hard to do. Like that's the thing. It's hard.
But you're also like very in the honeymoon phase right now.
I know.
Like, I haven't been in a honeymoon phase of a relationship in years. Like I don't even remember what that's like.
Yeah, I just like really want to get my life together because mostly I got an audition for something that I was really excited about and I never heard back. And the fact that like it was an audition where I was in mind and I still didn't get it is making me feel like I'm never going to get anything. And am I a horrible actor? Maybe. But then what am I going to do with my life? I don't really know what talent I have. I feel like I'm going to cry.
You always
I always announce it. Oh, I'll cry. I just feel like I don't have any talent.
That you know how I feel about that.
But it's really true.
I'm not gaslighting you. You're valid in that feeling. I just think that's such bullshit. Like I think you were so. You know, I was just reading the Kiss Pod DMs and someone said they were reading Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, and they were like, this would be the perfect thing for Madeline to like do the audiobook of. Aww. And I was like, that's so true.
That's sweet. I just need to find like a
that's
passion.
such a like small thing, but I think you have such incredible storytelling abilities and abilities to connect with people and make them feel seen and heard. And you are a phenomenal actress, and you're so funny when you're on improv stage.
Thank you.
And I know I'm biased, and I'm saying this like as a biased person. I think you are the funniest, most insightful and thoughtful person ever, but like that is me biased, but whatever, like people are gonna be biased.
It's nice to hear sometimes because it's really scary to feel like you're 27 and I don't know what to do with my life.
And you know I have great taste. You
do have good taste, and this is why I come to you with these things. You're just like, I feel so inspired by you, but in a way where I don't act on it. Like you literally do so much shit all the time, and I want to be like that, and I feel like I'm broken because why can't I? Like, why don't I go to a coffee shop and write my movie? I don't know. I just like don't want to. But you don't want to do things, you just do them. So how do I get there? What's the gap?
But I also think I find, like, I don't think it's like fully I don't know, who am I to say what's healthy and what's not, but like I think I find a lot of self-worth out of being productive, and like if I'm not productive at the end of the day, I feel like shit. Like I was recently on a vacation where I didn't like it was a work trip for the first half, and then I like put my laptop away and wasn't bringing my laptop out every day, and the person I was with was like, oh, you're a workaholic, you're like twitching, because I kept being like, let me just check my email.
You are a workaholic, and it inspires me for some reason.
Everyone I was working with was like, hey girl, you're on vacation, stop checking Slack, stop sending me an email,
you're writing Substacks, you're reading books.
And the person I was with was like, you're like, actually it's not healthy, like you have to be able to step away and like walk to the beach. And I'd be like, okay, but let me just send this one email. Like, no one cares.
We're opposite ends of the spectrum.
So I don't think it's all like healthy. It just I feel like if I've spent an entire day not doing anything, like not checking something off my to-do list, at the end of it I'm like, I am such a failure, like I'm going nowhere.
That's how I feel every day, but I don't do anything about it.
So we're both just, we do different things during the day, but at the end of the day we are feeling the same way ourselves, which is like, so then what's the point?
I think for me it's like a perfectionism thing and like an avoidance. Like if I don't do it, I don't have to face like if it was bad or like I think like I really wish I posted on TikTok more. I think all the time about how so many people wish they had the following I do, and I feel so ungrateful because I don't want to post. I don't want to. It doesn't bring me joy, if I'm super honest with everyone, and I'm so fucking grateful, but I have such bad anxiety. I can't handle mean comments or anything, and it's just like hard for me, and I need to get over that. It's just the avoidance of it all. Like things give me anxiety. But I need to just sit in it and get over it, I think.
I also, like, I don't think people see the backside of it. Sorry, I always start slouching.
No, me too.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. That's not feeling good.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
Oopsies. That didn't sound great.
No. Okay. Sorry I'm crying, everyone. I don't know where that came from.
I kind of, like, felt it. I felt like we were going to cry today.
I've been feeling this feeling. I couldn't wait to tell you, but I had to save it for the fucking pod.
No, and thank you so much.
All of that to say, no, I'm so grateful for my life. I think I just do these mental gymnastics to, like, not do things. I don't know how to explain it.
I think I'm so lucky I get to be your friend in real life and, like, see the behind the scenes of you. But I feel like I know a lot of influencers who, like, no matter what is happening in the world, they get on their Zoom, they get in front of their camera, and they're like, get ready with me.
Exactly.
To blank. And you know what? Good for them. Good for the hustle. But sometimes the state of the world is so, like, it is a little bit like, okay, read the room.
Right. Exactly.
And I think a lot of your anxiety is also like, what? I'm not saying this is right. I'm saying a lot of your anxiety is like, what could I add to the world?
Exactly.
This world that has so much despair in it, what could I add with my little get ready, which is not true. I'm not saying this is like the true thing, but it kind of feels like, what do I have to say if I'm not like directly helping one person who is like going through it right now?
Right.
What do I, and that is, I think it's humility. Like, I don't think that trait in you is laziness. I think it's humility, because it's a little bit of like,
I feel like people would probably look at someone like me and think I have it all together, blah blah blah. So I just want to be very clear that, like, I'm scared. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I'm 27. I feel old, and I'm just like, oh my god.
You're so not old. We're
babies. I know, but I just want everyone to feel better, because I'm sure there's like a 22-year-old watching this who feels like old. So
it's also, I think it's crazy because you always think, oh, if I just had that job or that career path, I would be set. Like, I would never,
I'd be happy.
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
Just like, if anything, this is proof that that's not the case.
That's fucking true.
It's like whatever hill you're on, you're looking forward, and there's a bigger hill, or sometimes like a rockier path, or sometimes the hill is just not there, and you're like, where do I go from here?
Yeah, you're so wise. I don't know how you got to be so wise. I need to meet your mom.
She's
probably really wise.
A lot of this is her.
Yeah,
she's a huge kisser, by the way.
Yeah.
And the other day she was like, I love that you always mention me in every episode. And now I'm like stressed, because now I'm like, okay, how do I bring this girl up?
How do I weave her in?
Yeah.
It does happen so naturally. We talk about her a lot.
But no, I just think this is like a really common problem in your 20s that isn't specific to like influencing or research, and we're only two people, so we have like two perspectives here.
Yeah.
But like, every one of my friends I talk to, like, I have friends in consulting who are like, I don't really know if I'm doing any good in the world. Like, whatever career path you're on, I think there's a level of like, does this even matter?
That's what my therapist always says, because I always cry in there about like, I'm not doing anything good in the world, and she's like, I have clients in sales who feel so guilty that they make so much money and they're selling people shit. Like, so I think it's common, and I hope I don't sound like an asshole. I don't mean it that way. And
I have friends who are like nurses or in med school, and they I think they get a lot of like sense of purpose because they are tangibly helping every day. But like, that job is, I think, one of the hardest jobs in the world. And teachers get paid $25,000 a year and have like the hardest job.
Is crazy.
It's crazy.
I feel so sad for teachers.
So then it's like, what happens when you get the sense of purpose, but it's also just like so hard? Like, I don't think I could do that job. So I think when you're like, oh, you're such a hard worker, I'm like, I don't really, because a lot of my work is like behind a laptop in a coffee shop. Like, I don't really think I think I work hard, but my conditions aren't bad. Like, some people are working hard in bad conditions.
That's true.
And that is like really tough.
That's fucking true. Oh my god. Anyway, that was kind of what I had to say.
I don't know if that helps at all, but like,
it helped me.
Okay.
I feel validated. I'm just like, you're right. And I just want to get my shit together, and I'll let you guys know if I ever figure out how to do that.
But about you, I don't think you're for everything as being a TikToker. I just don't. I think you're going to be a storyteller. Even if that's in front of the camera or behind the camera, I don't know.
Yeah, I really want to start writing again. Writing made me feel good for a little bit until I started fucking dating someone, and now everything's out the window. I guess that's how we started.
But that isn't, like, at some point you're going to be in a relationship and you have to figure out how to keep all your hobbies and passions alive while dating someone. Like,
I was thinking that too.
Like, everyone has a job and a part. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I think you can do it. I think
so too. I can. I just am not, but I will.
You will. You're also in the honeymoon phase.
I am in the honeymoon phase. It's a lot. Dating is so weird. Like a relationship.
You also, I think if you started seeing them a little bit less,
like a little bit less,
you could just have a little bit more of
even
your life
every
back.
Other day
could be big. Yeah. Even like a couple times a week, dare I say.
Yeah.
Because then you have a couple days where you like almost pretend to be single. Not pretend to be single in a way where you're like
cheating.
But
my world is orbiting around me.
Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say pretend to be single.
Yeah. Or you. Like, I like when my world orbits around you because you inspire me.
No, but I don't want that either.
I know.
I know you, and you like being alone because I also like being alone.
I love being alone, but I love being with you as well.
Because when we're together, we're kind of alone.
Exactly.
Together.
It's so sweet.
Today, I was saying, like, it kind of feels like a phantom limb because even when we are cities apart, like across the country from each other,
even countries apart.
Yes, I think I always know how you're feeling, and you know how I'm feeling.
It's weird. We haven't even talked that much recently when we're apart because you've been in time zones and all that. But I just know how you're feeling.
And you're never wrong. It's crazy.
It's so sweet.
And sometimes if something happens, I'm like, just gonna shoot her a note so she knows like my new headspace. Yeah. And you're like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
It's just so, it really feels like a phantom limb.
I like it. I love this phase of our relationship where we're kind of like, we're really settled in. Yeah. Like we don't need to like text all day every day.
I know, there's no insecurity. I don't feel any level of like jealous. Wait guys, I need to say, I don't even think I told you this. I was so nervous like the next person you would date. Like a couple months ago I was like, the next person Madeline dates, I'm gonna be so jealous of. Yeah. Because it was like, I was moving away and I was like, they will take my place, but I actually feel so secure.
Thank God. I'm glad. That's another thing I've been scared of the singleness of it all. I'm like, I don't want to not replace anyone, but I don't know, it just feels different. I didn't want to keep talking about it, or like it feels different because when you're in town I'd pick you up early and keep you here as long as I could, like midnight, but now I have to see other people. I don't have to though. I'm just seeing this person every day for no reason.
But you want to, and that's the fun of it. And that's like falling in love is like you do want to see them all the time.
Yeah, but I just didn't want you to feel that way, so that makes me feel happy.
I literally swear on my life, I feel okay, so purely happy, which like of course I was gonna be happy, of course, but I thought I would have like a twinge of jealousy, and I really don't.
Thank God.
And I would tell you.
Oh yeah, and thank God. I used to talk in therapy about how I am so in love with you that it gives me anxiety because I'm like, I don't know, I would just give me anxiety, but I don't have that anymore. I feel calm about it.
I think
it was like you were gonna leave. It's like my abandonment shit. I was like, this is so good that I'm waiting for it to end, but now I'm like, oh, I think we're fine.
It won't. Yeah. Even now, if we don't text for a couple days, it's not scary.
Like that used to give me anxiety, remember? Yeah. If you didn't text me back, I would freak. And now I'm like, I think now that my world is expanding a little bit in other ways, I am thinking less about my whole world is kind of me and you.
And the anxiety around it goes away.
Yeah. Which is healthy. Yeah. So that's good. So that's honestly great.
So that's like a little bit of
That's a little update on our life.
Do we think it's time to tell them about our new plan for the
Speaking of updates. Yeah. Is this like bad news?
I actually think it's really good news.
That's true.
Okay. Hey everyone, we were thinking about quitting the pod.
Like dead ass. And I know we say that every week, but
we were actually like, this is not sustainable.
For a variety of reasons, not that we don't love it, but because Mal is so busy like traveling, we don't live in the same place, and we're making no money. So it's like I couldn't just like keep traveling to you to pod because that's a lot of money. Like it was just like, how are we gonna do this?
And we're gonna be so transparent, we're not like growing
at all.
And I never wanted to quit because it was so fun for us, and I feel like it's been so good for our friendship. At the same time, when we pod and edit, etc., we treat it like a full-time job. Like we are both forgetting about all of our other responsibilities. We're like in this world together. We don't text people back for days. We get so sucked in. Yeah. Where it was like, this is so fun, but just not sustainable considering we both have like other things going on. So we were like, we don't want to quit, but we can't keep going at this rate.
So what do we do?
Yeah. And so we decided once every other week.
Bi-weekly. How do you feel?
How are we feeling?
I don't know if it's super like up for debate. I fear.
Yeah, because the options now are quit
or bi-weekly. So because you guys don't understand, like the things we would do, we would like do the math of like, because we're long distance, so it'd be like, okay, if we film 5 today then we'll be good for this many weeks, and then I'll see you here, and then we'll get like, it was just so much. Bi-weekly feels like a huge difference for some reason,
and it will be better for our friendship. It will be better for our outside lives.
The content will be better because we actually have updates and not just we've been sitting in this room for 5 hours trying to think of things to say. So
I just think it'll be better. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much for your understanding.
And like the kissers are so sweet. Everyone was DMing us like, don't quit, I don't care what, like you can take a long break, don't quit. Like everyone was being so nice.
Sweet. We never want to quit. Mal's just been like super busy. You've been traveling the world. Continent.
And we can keep posting. That's fine. It's just every week it was like creeping up on us in a very scary way.
Mondays come fast.
Yeah. It was like Monday. Like before you could really catch a break.
Yeah, it was crazy. So hope that's okay. You never know. Like
maybe in the future you'd go back to every week.
Yeah, we'll see. A new thing I want to start incorporating in my lingo is I'm bricked.
Like hard.
Like I think it's funny, like
I'm bricked up right now.
Like picture we're at a restaurant and they put the food down and I'm like, yep, I'm bricked. Because I used to say I'm wet,
so funny.
but I think that was too on the nose.
It's also like, then people are like, oh really? Like if people don't really get your sense of humor.
Right, no one would laugh and it made me feel like a pervert. So now if I'm like, yep, I'm bricked.
Oh, so that you think this is less perverted?
No, you're right. Like the other part, if you really want to take it further, you could be like, I'm bricked, it's tucked into my waistband.
And like that's hilarious.
I've been saying that lately. I couldn't wait to tell you. I thought it was funny.
Wait, so just when food is sit down at a restaurant, that's usually
no,
when
like
you use it?
sometimes I do use it in a context of like the person I'm dating does something I like, and I'm like, yep, I'm bricked. It's just funnier.
I love it like that.
It makes it funnier.
Because then what is also like too. Yeah, you're right. It's like,
too
oh
much.
really?
Yeah,
like
it's like that's vulgar.
Yeah.
But bricked is funny.
Oh, you're hilarious. I love it.
Thank you.
I will also adopt it that way. Like we're.
Do you have any
up.
new lingo to catch me up on?
Well, as I told you, I've been saying gaff. I don't gaff. I don't get
I don't gaff. You don't gaff. We don't gaff.
We don't gaff.
We don't gaff.
So that's one of them. I don't know. I'm really bad at like writing it down and telling you. It
True.
always just like comes up. Like DAKM was just born.
Natural. Yeah, we haven't spent enough time together to birth new words.
I did love when people were like, oh, no new episodes. I'm going to DAKM.
That was so cute.
No new episode. I'm batsing for a new episode.
Oh, batsing.
I was like, okay, you guys are getting it.
You guys get it so hard. Like the media literacy is going on. Yeah. It's crazy.
And so the nonprofit is really paying off.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God we're contributing something to the world. One more thing on the lingo topic. I just want to come up with a name for the person that I'm dating because I've been thinking about that just in case I ever need to tell a story. So I asked them
if they could come up with their own nickname.
Yeah, because I just felt like that'd be easier for
They're
me.
going to be the creative director of KISS. Okay,
because maybe, and the names they were giving me I didn't like because the only example I had was girl with a job. So every name revolved around their job, and I don't think that they get that. I don't see them as...
It doesn't need to be job related.
No. So one thing they said that I liked was tall, dark, and handsome because it's a good acronym.
TDAH.
Yeah, or just TDH. Tall, dark, handsome. TDAH? I don't know, guys.
I like TDAH.
Okay,
fine, we can do it. Yes, 3 letters.
You guys let me know your thoughts. I just wanted to get that cooking.
I love TDH. How did they come up with that? That's like so good.
I know, right? I don't know, but I liked it because they said tall, dark, handsome, and I said, ooh, that could be a good acronym.
Yeah, because it's very long.
And we love acronyms, so let me know what you guys think about that.
And they are tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, so...
Oh my God, I do love them. Like,
right?
I think that also helps with the jealousy thing because I think... my jealousy is very justice oriented.
Totally.
Where if I feel like someone doesn't deserve something, then I get pissed.
You're like, ew. Yeah.
But if someone is just really great, then I can't even be jealous because like, oh, they deserve it.
Yeah, because when you're not here and we're not potting, I'm getting massaged and cooked food. You know, like,
and you're bricked up.
And I'm bricked. So like it's really tucked like, what are you gonna do? Take that away from me? Anyway,
speaking of tucked into the waistband.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh my God. Are you gonna tell the story I think you are?
I don't think so. You don't know this.
Okay.
Wait, what are you thinking?
The train.
Oh my God, no, I actually can't talk about that.
Okay, that was actual trauma.
That was like,
sorry.
Basically, a man pulled his pee-pee out on the train.
Ma was assaulted. Like we're
it was so like I don't mean to laugh. It was actually really scary.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Sorry to bring that up.
Then it made me feel like, what is protocol? If someone does that to you, like, what is protocol? I just actually don't know. There are, in, like, Chicago trains, there are really no levers and emergency buttons in every car.
Yeah.
There were a lot of other people in the car, but what if
they didn't care, though, right?
They didn't even look up.
Which is insane.
So it is just a little bit like, if you're alone in there, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was scary. Sorry, not
Speak
to
up
take
for
it
each
there.
other. I was there, I think I would have at least.
But I don't even think they noticed. Is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
It's also just like, don't sit in the end of a car.
Yeah.
You have to sit right
because you have
in the
nowhere to
middle.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. God, was supposed to be funny, and now it's not.
Well, it's because the world is like not funny right now. It's actually, I keep trying to remind myself that I'm not being silly, giddy, goofy, because the world is just not giving me anything to work with. It's hard. It's a hard world right now.
And we do want to offer a place of escapism, because I think that's important.
But it's hard because I can't escape personally. Like, I'm stuck.
So
it's, I don't think, going to translate really well.
Wait, but speaking of tucked into the waistband, what is it?
It actually is not a really good segue for that. I was just trying to do a segue so hard. But I see this girl I went to middle school with post on Instagram the other day, and it unlocked a memory of mine that I I just haven't thought about in a long time.
I'm excited.
But in middle school at some point in like maybe a bio class, we were supposed to give a presentation about like some bodily function.
Okay.
I don't remember what the task at hand was, I'm going to be honest.
Was it health class?
No.
Like biology? Oh,
I think it was bio if I had to guess, but I have horrible memory. Like, I just remember this like one part of it.
Okay.
But this girl goes up, very innocent.
Okay.
Very innocent girl. She wasn't doing a bit.
Okay.
She goes up and her whole presentation is on hiccups, which are like completely fascinating.
Yeah.
And I just remembered because you had the hiccups really bad.
Really bad.
And I told you the way to cure it, which is sip of water, deep breath in, sip of water, deep breath in, 7 times in a row.
It worked.
It always works. Everyone just like scare each other. No, I don't. It's the same thing as pranking. I don't like pranks.
Yeah, definitely the person who came up with the scaring thing was a man.
Yeah, and a pranker at that. I hate a prank. Okay, we have to talk about this. I hate a prank. I think pranks are the lowest form of humor, and those like couples prank channels.
Oh my god,
I hate them.
I hate them too.
And I hate when I open the comments and people think it's real. That's actually worse than the prank itself.
You know they're 12, right?
So true.
I have never been pranked and thought it was funny. I've never wanted to prank someone.
Can I say something else? I hate a family channel or a couples channel.
Me too. You guys have to be unhappy, right?
There's no way you're not.
No.
The only time I think it's fine if it's like a queer couple or like a underrepresented couple.
Yeah. And it's like sometimes in the content, but the channel is not about the couple. I think that's weird. If you're a creator and sometimes you're talking about your relationship, that's cute.
Oh, I like that. I literally mean when the couple names are like in the chat. It's like Madeline and Mal.
Yeah.
I guess
that'd be cute.
We are. Well,
that's what that is.
We are doing. This is a couples channel.
Wait, you're
ultimately.
Right. And when we do our little get ready with me's, but imagine like when we go on dates, like when you took me to that fucking thing, the plant thing. Imagine if we vlogged that.
That's
like,
what I mean. That is exactly
what
I mean. Because it's. Or when they're pranking each other, it's like, oh, pranking my husband that I am pregnant. Why would you do that?
And it's always the man pranking the woman, and it seems not funny to me. I'd be pissed.
Did you see the videos of Matt James and Rachel Kirkconnell where he's like pushing her into the pool?
No.
I didn't like it. I don't care if it was staged and pre-planned or not, because I hate when the man's butt of the joke is his female partner.
Or like at a wedding when they like push the cake into her face. Do you know how much money that makeup was, number one?
My God.
I would divorce on the spot.
Yeah, I would be like, oh, how do we reverse what we
what's
just
that thing called?
An annulment?
An annulment.
I'd be like, oh, we're getting it annulled.
Yeah.
Because it's like blatant disrespect.
It's so rude. I actually got in a fight with TDH, whatever that acronym is. Because if you're going to make me the butt of any joke in public, even if it's funny, I'm out. I don't like that.
I hate when a couple fights in public. Like, there's a quote, it's like, wash your dirty laundry at home.
Oh, I love that.
And that's what it needs to be. Like, take it away from me.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes a joke has some truth behind it. So it kind of feels like they're fighting in front of you. I hate that.
Or it's just like a disrespect thing. I would never ever make you the butt. Like, I would tell a funny story about us,
totally,
but I wouldn't like make fun of you to get other people to laugh with me at you.
No,
ever.
It's also different if it's like both of our friends. It's like the context really does matter.
True, there are like some funny things that are like kind of at your expense or my expense, but it's different.
It's different. You can just tell when it's like, oh, why would you say that?
Because it depends how well you know the other people.
Yes, that's what it is.
If you're at like a dinner party with new people and you're trying to break the silence with a joke at my expense, I'm going home.
It's different, I think, if I was meeting your close friends, and it was like, oh, you know, she always does this.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, they know it and I know it. I think that's different versus if I'm introducing you to my friends and I make a joke at your expense.
That
that's
would make me feel
evil.
so bad. Oh my God, yeah.
Where it's like that context matters.
Yeah, because then it's like you guys are ganging up on me and I already am at like a lower power stance in this situation.
Exactly.
So true. I love that we understand that about each other. The sensitivity of
Neither
it all.
of us are like mean to each other in a funny way, because to me it's just not funny. I don't think it's funny.
Anyway,
wait, I was gonna say something, but
you
before I say that,
okay,
would you mind if I asked you, do you think the couple channels they let each other know beforehand about the pranks?
I hope so.
And I have another follow-up question. Doesn't the other person see the phone that's recording?
That's what I'm not understanding. It's really, there's a lot that goes into it. I've never had a phase of watching pranks.
I have to say something.
You did? And that's okay.
But like, I didn't even enjoy them.
More in like a psychological.
I was enamored. Yeah.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I've definitely watched some in that way of like, why do these have 10 million views?
Yeah.
You know?
They always do so well, too.
So I get why people do it. But they feel scripted. The other person has to know.
You know what someone asked me? Sorry, my stutter. You
hardly stutter.
Okay, I'm gonna
edit that.
That freaked me out. Someone recently asked me, they were like, do you feel like you're commodifying your and Madeline's relationship online? And I was like, first of all, we don't make it up.
That's what I was gonna say.
B, I don't. And I was thinking about why, and I realized it's because our real life relationship is bigger than what we portray online.
So much bigger.
So, like, it doesn't even compare.
Even if we ever have an intimate moment, I'm not like, wait, pull out the camera, you know?
Yeah.
Or like say that on the pod. I do say intimate things on the pod, but
it's not like this is the extent of our relationship.
No.
And the cameras go down, we're like, okay, bye, girl. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's not
so
like
true.
that. Where there's so much stuff they still... And I mean, like, the internet still doesn't know about us and our relationship and our experiences together.
Yeah.
Where I think that's what it is.
True.
And in certain relationships, you know, when you just feel like it's different in front of other people versus in private, even if you're not someone who posts online, like, if you're in a relationship where you're like, when we're around our friends or, like, in front of a camera, he's so lovey-dovey.
Like, yeah.
But the lights go off and we're like back in our bedroom and he like doesn't even look at me or like whatever stuff like that, where it
So
feels smaller in real life.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I would hate that.
And that I feel like sucks. And that's when I think you feel like you're like commodifying your relationship. I don't know, this is my own theory.
Yeah, no, it's so cute because like obviously I watch our own podcast when it comes out. Hello. And I'll always be like, wow, this sounds like a conversation we would have without the cameras on.
Yeah.
Which is so cute. I don't even know how we do that.
I know, it is really
because it's hard for me to talk exactly normal when I'm like TikToking alone.
Yeah,
of course, because that's not like a natural human thing to do. But I forget that this is happening.
I know, it's also, I think that's why I don't like looking right at it, because I become hyper aware.
Me too. And I'm like thinking about how I look. And,
I need to sort of turn my body
in. And
it's also because this is of course my better side.
Right, we always look better at like a 3/4.
Yeah, what I've noticed though lately is I start really
slouching,
sinking into said couch.
Me too, me as well,
but like, what can
whatever.
I do? Okay, sorry, back to biology. Middle school.
Yes, hiccups.
So this girl goes up and she starts saying like hiccups are an organ spasm. Then I think she like trips on her words and she starts saying, and the orgasm and she's combined the words organ spasm. This poor girl.
And you know what? Is that not what an orgasm is?
It is
an organ spasm.
Oh, true.
Is that where that comes from? I've been doing that lately. Have you noticed?
Orgasm?
Swell. No, not bricked. Not like that.
I mean, you have been, though.
I said swell. I have been. I was like, swell must be so well. It's not. But orgasm, organ spasm, like, I don't know.
But she kept saying it up there.
And you guys were in middle school?
We were in middle school. I was also very innocent, but I remember other people, like, started, like, boys.
Of course.
Started laughing. And then the teacher had to come up and, like, pull her off stage. It was, like, the front of the classroom.
Yeah.
And then... she was taken to the principal's office.
She got in trouble?
She got in trouble because everyone thought she was doing it on purpose. But, like, I'm telling you, this girl did not know.
I believe her.
Like,
why would you do that? That's probably
because that was not her sense of humor. And she, like, turned a beet red. when people started laughing because she was like, why are people laughing? It was
yeah.
so, like, she's not.
Oh, my baby.
Class clown. Like, she was not doing it for a joke. And I just recently saw her on Instagram. She's doing so well.
Good.
And I just got a flashback to that. And I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Wait, I have to say something. This is not going to be helpful for the kissers with anxiety, me included.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how, like, I know my neighbor's going crazy.
That was the loudest steps I've ever heard someone take.
That's how you know it's a man. It's like tippy toe.
I know.
I tippy toe around my own house. Anyway, you know when you do something embarrassing and everyone's like, oh, everyone's gonna forget. Sometimes I think about embarrassing things that people do like for years. and I'm not like judging them. It's more so just like I have secondhand embarrassment. So it's like an intrusive thought. Does that make sense?
Oh, I have another story for you.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yay. Okay, so you know my friend Brian.
Yes.
I'd met 2 years ago when I was in Washington, D.C., right?
Yeah.
How that actually went down.
Oh, I don't know this story.
Was I have like this group of girlfriends that I've known since we were all little girls, and we try to do like an annual trip every year. So we're in D.C., and one of the girls lives in D.C. and invites all of her friends over.
Okay, cute.
So we are in a room of like, I want to say like 25 people.
Oh my God. One hotel room?
It was like her apartment.
Okay.
And we're all hanging out all weekend. And at some point, I'm like telling a story, and you know how impassioned I get when I tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
And I was feeling, and everyone was like kind of giggling at my story. So nothing will get me more excited to tell a story than positive feedback.
Of course, because then you're dragging it out. You're letting the beats sit.
Yeah. And I'm like spicing it up. Like, was it 100% truthful? Maybe not. Sorry, I'm a good storyteller.
Yeah, that's okay.
Like, in fact, I hate when people tell a story and they don't add any spice.
Agreed. Like, be a little dramatic.
You can lie a little bit as a treat, you know? So, like, I'm doing all 9 yards. Like, I'm doing a show, hand movements. I'm really getting into it. And I can see everyone is locked
I love
in,
that feeling.
which I love. Like, we both are. We love being a star.
Yeah.
So. And then after my, like, 20-minute story, I glanced down at my phone, and one of my, like, best friends, the girl next to me, has texted me saying,
I'm scared.
You were spitting so much when you were talking, and there's actually a huge glob of spit.
No.
Huge glob. You started crying. You teared up.
This is my nightmare.
There's a huge glob of spit right now in the middle of the room, and we've all been staring at it.
Why would you text do that and not just say it out loud?
And she just wanted to like kind of let me know. And I don't think she wanted to call attention to it in the group and make me feel awkward. True. But I go, oh my God, where is it? And everyone like looks around. I was like, oh, she texted me that it's there's a spit. So where is it? Everyone, I kid you not, like synced up points at my glob of spit. Ew! So everyone had been watching my spit situation and my little glob all the entire time. Wait. So when I thought for those 20 minutes everyone was locked into my story, they were actually like, oh, when is she gonna spit next? Can you believe? And to this day, Brian is like, oh, I remember the first time I met you and you spit.
No.
And he's the sweetest boy.
I kind of love when people tell stories and they spit a lot. Because that's how they're excited.
Are you trying to just make it better?
No, I'm serious. Okay. Because once recently I think I spit when I told a story and someone went, you just spit on me. And I was like,
oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, like, why did you have to say it like that?
People online would pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah, I was, like, really offended, because then you're so aware of your spitting.
And the thing is, I have a lot of saliva. I don't know what you want me to say.
Which is crazy, because you're, like, not super hydrated.
No, some would say I've never drank water.
So I don't know how it's, like, so salivating, but...
Yesterday I had my first Celsius.
Ooh, I can't imagine that went well for you. Did you like it?
Then I had the best workout of my life, and that's not me condoning Celsius, because apparently then I like went and read up about it. Not apparently there's like heart related stuff, so I won't do it again. But did I have the best workout ever? Yes.
Wow.
Which like maybe I shouldn't say that on the internet.
It's fine. They're all drinking Celsius.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna be.
It's an energy drink, and I still fell asleep normally.
That's good. So. It's like the thing where like people are like, we shouldn't offer Maul, hard drugs, because she's good.
No one is, how in high school they'll be like, oh, peer pressure, like people are going to offer you drugs. No one has ever once in my life offered me. They've never been like, hey, Maul, you should try cocaine. Like no one has ever offered me a drug.
So an energy drink to me is like, for you, that's kind of, you're always so energetic.
Well, they were giving it away for free at the workout class. I was like, oh, let me try it. And I was like, I'm not going to like the taste. I really did love the taste. I
love Celsius.
I only had like 20% of it, maybe.
Are you kidding?
Like a fifth of the bottle.
Oh, well, that makes sense. That'll do it.
Because then I felt caffeinated enough, and then I did the workout. But oh my god, it really helped.
I want to start doing Pilates again. You're really inspiring. Not to talk about our fucking workout classes on the pod. Oh my god, that's so funny. Like, how big was the glob of spit?
Oh, it was huge.
How did you not notice?
Because again,
you were locked.
I was locked into my story.
Of course.
And I can't stress enough how much I thought people were foaming at the mouth for me to continue my story. So it kind of is a high. I was riding such a high telling my story.
I'm sorry.
And then to know after that they all had this like inside joke about my spit glob.
That is my nightmare.
But it wasn't in a mean way, you know?
Oh my god, one time, this is so bad. I was in a class and it was the first class of this class. Okay. Oh my god, perfect. So like we're meeting the teacher for the first time.
Is this?
Yeah, the one I love though.
Oh, okay. I
love the current one. Her pants were not zipped, and it was not in a way where like you really have to stare to say that. It was like a gaping hole of skin under there because they were high-waisted.
Oh, good. I was about to be like,
no, so it was like stomach, but like I think everyone in the class was like, I was gonna go up to her and like say in her ear, but it's like weird because this is our first impression and you don't want to make them feel bad. Luckily something happened where she noticed and zipped them, and I think we all went, oh thank god, because
it's like, awkward for everyone.
It's awkward for everyone. Like I was uncomfortable for her. Like I just wanted to like it was so bad. There's just little things like that where I'm like, I want to die for some reason.
Oh, that's horrible. And that's reminding me, once in college, I will say, and I'm just gonna have to be honest and humble. It's not very humble, but like my senior year socially in my 300-person college, I was doing that girl. I was that girl, and like socially I was doing very well. So that's why the story is not that bad. But once I walked into the dining hall, and again, like 300-person college, so everyone in the dining hall knows each other.
Yeah.
I walk in for like dinner or something. I stand in line. I'm talking to like my friends. I'm talking to the lunch staff or dinner staff, and like everyone is very friendly on campus. So everyone knows your name. You know everyone. And I was always very like, I was telling jokes. I was like walking around. And at some point, my friend Annie actually walks into the dining hall, and she goes, Mal, your underwear is sticking out of your yoga pant bottoms, because I just pulled them out of my dryer. No! And they're just like a piece everywhere like I was walking. There was just an underwear like following me around like toilet paper. And she starts laughing, and luckily like my friend, like thank God Annie told me. And everyone laughed, and like the people I was with, I was like, they were like, oh, I didn't really know how to tell you. I was like, what? Just say it.
It's so awkward because do you say it? I always you're good about that.
I always say it.
I've gotten better because I would want someone to tell me, but I always feel guilty for some reason. But wouldn't you rather like
would rather know always?
Because imagine then they go to the bathroom and there's a giant piece of spinach. And it's like, this girl's fake as fuck. She didn't tell me. That's worse.
My rule is always, if someone can fix something in under 1 minute, tell them.
Yeah.
Like I would never tell someone like, oh, that outfit is horrible, because what are they gonna do? Go home and change?
Hey, your eyebrows are fucked up. Because guys,
okay, you should tell them about this.
Famously, I went to gay prom. No one's really talking about that. I was nominated for prom queen. Like no one's really talking about that. So what did I do?
Not bad for a talentless woman.
Yeah, not bad for a 27-year-old. But I'm like, oh my god, you know what? I had to go all out. I had to look good on prom court.
And you did.
Gotta get my eyebrows done. Because famously, I don't really get them done because they're blonde. So when it's a special occasion...
Wait, they're not blonde.
Well, this is colored in. And they're tinted also on top of the colored in. So naturally,
do you tint yourself?
Yeah. So you see the color of my arm hair? It's like that normally.
Whoa.
It's crazy. People used to make a lot of fun of me. And like Ed Sheeran, you know? That's why redheads have that look. Because their eyebrows are blonde. It doesn't help the situation.
Okay, that's fine. You have your own perception of redheads,
and we have a lot to say about Ed Sheeran. Have you seen he's gotten hot?
Like to me?
Well, like to me, no.
To me, no as well. So who is saying?
I saw a TikTok that was like, why did Ed Sheeran just come up with a like get ready with me on my For You page, and why is he hot? So then I clicked the search bar and I was like, like, is he like hot to me? No, but is he hot for Ed Sheeran? Like, yes.
Oh, okay. My thing is like, I love Ed Sheeran, and my take is if he looked like Harry Styles, he would be one of the biggest artists in the world.
In history.
I mean, he already is one of the biggest artists in the world, but like,
he's not really respected the way like Harry is.
Yes. Which is kind of crazy because Ed Sheeran has made such amazing music.
Even for Harry.
Yeah.
That's what makes you beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
One Direction would have been nothing without Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Anyway, where the fuck am I going with this? Oh,
do you
I got
think
my
Ed and
eyebrows done.
Taylor are still friends?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
What did something happen?
No, I just like never see them together.
The only thing is, like, you know, Ed is so adamant about, like, don't sue people for like stealing melodies because, like, there's only so much music in the world, it's an accident. And then Taylor did the whole thing with Olivia Rodrigo. And then I never saw them publicly after that together.
But then he was on Red because he
That's
re-recorded
true.
Everything Has Changed.
But wasn't Red pre that?
Oh, was it?
I don't remember. Olivia was doing the tour, or like her and Conan were like introducing the songs. Do you remember that?
Oh, I don't remember that. I've blocked that out completely.
I remember because Taylor wrote Olivia this letter and it had the red ring and she's like, I wore this, and then she dropped it on her website as merch and it felt like a plug, and that made me feel weird. And you guys know I love Taylor, but
yeah,
I don't think she's perfect. Flawed character. Anyway,
she is very
so
much,
flawed.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I have blonde eyebrows. And
so you tint them.
I tint them and I have to color them in.
Oh, wait, I have another question. How often do you tint them? Do you tint them yourself? When did you start tinting them in your life?
I started tinting them on TikTok because people would always tell me to, and I've always been insecure about it. Always, since I was in like middle school, people would like be mean to me about my eyebrows, and it's so hit or miss because they're blonde and then you look weird, but if you color them in too much you also look weird. So I could never get it right.
What do you color them in with? Is it like brown?
It's like a brow pencil, but I use a brown one.
Okay.
Because the red ones look so orange and my skin is so pale that doesn't look cute. It's like really a complicated balance.
Okay. No, this is sounding very
I get a lot of messages from like natural redheads being like, how do you do your brows? And I get it because it's not easy. Also, like, my eyelashes are blonde, and in middle school when I started wearing makeup, people would be like, we can still see your blonde roots at your eyelashes. Why
you do tell me that.
That really hurts my feelings for some reason. So I tint my eyebrows like probably every
that one
3
really
weeks.
stuck with you, didn't it?
I don't know why.
Because now whenever you do your mascara, I'm
like,
I see you in the mirror, like, you look really stressed out, and that's why.
It is.
It's because someone told you one time they can see your blonde root.
Yeah, and I was like, I was so embarrassed. They said it in a way that it was meant to be embarrassing, but now I'm like, okay, yeah, I do have blonde eyelashes. So anyway,
it's also crazy that everyone just has such different
little
insecurities.
things.
Because for me, it was always I had so much hair on my face, like all over my body.
Yeah,
and it was just like, how soon can I go get all my hair removed?
Yeah.
And I would like beg my mother.
Yeah.
And finally in like high school, she's like, okay, we can go get your eyebrows done. And then pandemic hit, and I was like, I need to learn how to do them myself because I don't look good without my eyebrows done. Yeah, now I do them myself.
You wax them?
Okay, here's my technique. It looks really ugly,
really
but
good.
I color in exactly what I want to keep, and then I tweeze the rest of it.
That's honestly brilliant. Doesn't it hurt though?
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Okay, well.
And what I do is, I don't know if this is like healthy, but whenever I'm already really sad or in a bad mood, I'll just
Doesn't it always make you feel better?
Yeah, it always makes me feel better.
Yeah.
And instead of like picking out my skin, or I feel like I have so many other things that I want to do when I get upset at my face, and I just take it out on my eyebrows.
It's a control thing, probably too. Yeah, I dyed them for the first time on TikTok. It was one of my first like really viral videos, like super fucking viral. I don't know why. I think because it's like a rare genetic thing. Not a lot of people have like super blonde eyebrows, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, you look so much better now." So that didn't help. The whole,
of course,
I'm religiously tinting them.
Yeah,
I never let them get too.
Yeah,
light.
now I've never seen them light.
I don't let it get there. It makes me really embarrassed. But
and for some reason, I didn't even know that about you. Like,
yeah, you came post tint.
And I would have loved you pre-tint.
You would have. I looked kind of cute when I look back. It's like unique. So I got my eyebrows done because that was like a treat. And this girl, I was about to just say her name. Why do I
go first and middle and last?
Yeah, I remember. But we were having such a good time at this place where I get my eyebrows done. This was my first time with her, but we're chatting it up. I'm showing her my prom dress. We're like having such a good time. Even when she showed me the mirror, I was like, looks great. I never really analyzed it because I'm like, it's done. So what am I going to say? Like, get in my car, look in the mirror. Oh no, hack job. Like, mind you, I don't like when they cut the hair because I like to kind of bush it up. Like, I like to get rid of the little babies, but so she cut the long hairs.
Could you have asked for no cut?
So we were gabbing so hard I didn't know what she was doing to my face, and normally they ask before they cut. She didn't.
That's horrible.
So like the front of my left eyebrow specifically, thank God it's my bad side, is cut so low, and then it's kind of like zigzag. It's hard.
I wouldn't say zigzag, but I'm always like, you're thinking too much about it. Yeah, I usually am like, you're thinking too much about this. It's not bad. I did today. I was like,
so they've never looked like that.
That's what I said.
They're thin.
Yeah, they are the thinnest they've ever been.
Thinnest they've ever been, which would have been fine without the hack job of the zigzagged cut. Like, that is crazy. So now I have to, like, gel them so specifically to look.
Which is fine.
It will grow back fast, but yeah, that happened.
They actually look completely fine now. Like, whatever you've done, you fixed them.
Thank you.
But doesn't it suck when you pay money for a service and then later you're like, oh, I should have done it myself?
You look worse.
It's like, the worst feeling.
Oh my God, it was so embarrassing.
And I would never like tip less or leave them a bad review or like
it's not their fault really.
And I wouldn't even say it to them like, oh, can you actually do it differently?
Right, because it's too late.
It's too late. But yeah, because what would she do? Cut off more?
Right. Because then you get home and
it's like, look this way. They are.
They're not good.
I see what you're saying.
So this is not helping the TikTok lack of filming thing.
True, because you just have to look at your face.
Maybe
it's one of those things that no one would be able to see though.
You know what's crazy? So I got my makeup professionally done for prom.
Really?
I did. You know how it was so cute? It was like blue. I don't know why. I
really thought you could have done that yourself.
I thought so too. I don't know. I was being weird. Clearly, the eyebrows, the makeup. What the fuck was wrong with me?
Like, to me, that's how you did your makeup for Olivia Rodrigo, but purple eyeshadow instead of blue. I thought you looked gorgeous.
When I show you pics, it was pretty elab. I don't know. Whatever. I was being weird and I was really excited and it was sweet, whatever. But one of the first things she said was, hey, I don't want to be mean, but your eyebrows did you just get them done? They look kind of fucked up.
You're lying.
I swear to God.
Who said that to
you? The makeup artist. Which makes sense because she's like analyzing my face, but she was like, so your left eyebrow is like cut really weird. She was like, do you want me to try to like camouflage the hack job that is your eyebrows? And I said, yes, please.
That is evil. When they just start giving you unsolicited. I guess I've never gotten my makeup done.
It is hard to miss. Like, I get it. Like, she knows, I know. Like, let's just like call it what it is. So.
But what if you didn't know? Like, she's just gonna give someone a new insecurity.
How bad it was. Luckily, it's the kind of thing that grows back. If it was like, hey, your nose is crooked, do you want me to like contour it? Like, that would suck.
Yeah.
But eyebrows grow back, so that's okay.
Well, the woman, my orthodontist always told me, like, you have such an asymmetrical face. And so when a doctor tells you that, it does ruin the rest of your life.
What was the reason?
Oh, there's a lot. It's like my teeth. I actually don't really want to say it online because I don't need
what's the reason for her saying that to
you? Oh, she just wanted to sort of let me know.
How old were you?
Middle school.
Oh,
right.
So that's perfect.
And I do have an asymmetrical face, but for her to be like one of the most asymmetrical mouths and lips and faces I've ever seen. Like,
you're lying.
And then I've also had people who cut my hair be like, oh, this is the thinnest hair I have ever. It's like, whenever they give me a superlative, it's like, are you sure? Like, ever?
Thinnest hair and most asymmetrical. That is so mean.
It's also like, that's not true. Ever. Yeah. Come on, let's be honest.
You have a lot of hair. And you have a very symmetrical face to me.
Thank you. So, well, I told you about my bald middle strip. So you see how, yeah.
That's like a collective issue, I think.
But yeah, most asymmetrical face.
Wow. I'm so sorry.
And my lips and teeth they're not symmetrical.
Everyone's are, though. My lip is asymmetrical, too. Like my upper lip. Well, you can't tell right now because I have lip liner on. Trust me.
Oh, and you fix it with your lip liner?
I do. You don't?
No.
Well, mine, like, specifically the right side of my lip, which sucks because that's my good side, it curls under. So it looks different.
No, it doesn't. You're being crazy. Okay, this is one I have to call you on it. This is too much.
This is when we'll wrap it up.
This is
the
too
analyzing
much.
Of our faces.
Yeah. Anyway. That, like, can't be good for anyone involved.
No. To be clear, I don't even mind anymore.
Yeah, I do love when a face it feels real.
Yeah.
Especially now when everyone has like the Instagram face. I like that I have certain things about my face that are a little different and imperfect, and it kind of adds to like off kilter. Yeah, the most asymmetrical face. I'm gonna be in a museum one day. The most asymmetrical face. That's so exciting for me. Okay.
Not you giving them a full on.
Yeah, here.
Full frontal.
Put me in a museum. The most asymmetrical face. Yay!
That is so mean, and I've never thought that once about you.
Because you're normal.
Even, I'm sorry to keep talking about TDH, but we were talking about you because they were like, Mom's so beautiful. And I was like, I agree. And you talk about yourself like you're literally, like you should be in the world's ugliest museum. Sometimes and you are objectively really pretty, so it's just so weird, but whatever.
Thank you. I think I'm fine looking. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, it's really okay.
Okay.
But it's just, anyways. Anyways.
This was like a weird please take everything with a grain of salt.
And please be nice to us.
Like, please.
Yeah, this was, dare I say, one of our worst.
Maybe I think it's postable bad.
Yes, I think out of all the ones we've been like, we can post this, it's the worst. Out of all the ones we've ever filmed, not the worst.
No.
I think fourth from the bottom.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say the same thing. Sorry about that. Bi-weekly and they suck. That sucks for...
Quality's going down and quantity's going down.
I'm so sorry. We're never going to get a sponsor at this rate.
And that's fine.
That's fine. I'm doing it for the love of the game.
I know, now I really am, because before we ever started, we were like, oh, can't wait to get this sponsor and this guest and da-da. And now we're like, hey, do you want to hang out and pod?
Yeah.
Like, it's really the love of the game.
Yeah, so loved this game, even if it was rough.
But you know what it kind of is like? Can you tell the caffeine is in?
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's kind of like, you know when someone blocks their ex on social media, but then they don't block their like phone number or their email, and they're kind of hoping the ex still reaches out?
Yeah.
That's sort of me. I'm like, it's for the love of the game. But secretly, I'm hoping, like, when people start doing it just for the love of the game, they get a sponsor.
That's like when you're like, oh, love comes when you're not looking. I'm not looking. You know? It's like, that's exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I still am looking a little bit.
But I'd be okay with this forever.
Yes.
Bi-weekly. That is.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.